you doing? We have a little slow connection here happening this morning for some reason. Anyhow, this is Chance. How are you doing today? How was your day yesterday? I hope you had a fabulous day yesterday, and if not, we can always make it up for today. We are coming to you reading our book, brand new book, Strategic Secrets. Hope you got your copy already. Yesterday's chapter was powerful, and today will even be more powerful because it's going to teach you how to deal with yesterday's issue. Yesterday, we spoke about how to identify 7 toxic people that could ruin your success and also that can ruin and drain your energy. So we want to make sure that we don't allow those to happen in our daily life, because what happened is your performance can dip if you're obsessed and worried about these people in your life. Your time and productivity can go down because there's time wasters and so forth. Good morning, Mr. Morsi. How are you doing? Good morning, sir, to you. I don't know where you are in the country or world, but it's good to have you on here. So I'm going to give you some solutions today, but let me just quickly recap as others are coming on. Michael Hyatt said yesterday that some relationships are toxic, so we must avoid energy depleting people. And so here are the 7 folks that we should be careful of, because they will ruin the success that we're trying to have. Good morning, Mr. Gustav. How you doing? John the Giant. Here are the 7 people again, just to recap. 1 is liars, gossipers, time wasters, haters, complainers, pessimists, and delusionals. These are the 7 folks that can ruin your success, drain your energy in life. So you want to be careful of how you spend your time around these folks. Now, today's chapter is chapter 35. We want solutions. We don't want to identify problems only, but we want to find solutions. So here we go. Number 35 is how to deal with toxic people without losing your mind. And it starts off with a quotation by Les Brown that I like. He says, toxic people will drain your power, your creativity, and bring out the worst in you. And how true that is. So just on yesterday, as I let a few other people check in here, yesterday, I have a friend of mine. We've worked together, and someone posted on her Facebook page. It was a very foolish comment, but that's what I'm saying. This person is a go-getter. They make things happen. I mean, they're out there changing the world, writing books, producing videos, and doing all of these wonderful things. So they posted something up yesterday, of letting people know what they're doing, and someone got on there, as it were, chastising this person for what they're offering or what they're doing. And I'm like, hold on. This other individual who got on there saying this kind of nasty comment, I'm like, but where's your stuff? This other individual had nothing. I'm like, you're not the expert, you're not the pro, but that's how it is sometimes. When you put your stuff out there, that's what we're saying. You're gonna attract haters, you're gonna attract bitter people. They can only complain about what is, right? Just like some folks, they're not good at sports, but every time they seem to know what the guys out there on the field should be doing. And that's just how we are. We like to be in the bleachers, just casting stones. But the reality is, that's why you don't really want to waste time with these people. So I'm sure, and I saw, they made one comment to reply to this person. But those are the kind of stuff you just kind of either ignore or just delete them, or block them. So you can't, again, you don't want to tolerate these kind of people in your life. But suffice to say, they were good about it. But that's just an example. So you will find these internet trolls and so forth. Even some of my videos, I'm sure it's going to get on some people's nerves at some point. But you write your own book, so I can criticize and complain on yours. But I wouldn't stoop that low. Anyhow, so today, we want to give you 5 strategies for you to be able to deal with toxic people in your life, because it's a reality. And the reality is too, some people are broken. We understand that. We are battered and bruised in some way, shape, or form. There's so many dysfunctional relationships all around us. And so we can empathize with people from time to time. But the reality, if you are trying to go to the next level, if you're trying to up-level your life, your business, your career, your ministry, whatever it may be, you have to deal with these things in a more professional, effective, efficient way. And so that's why we are writing on them, because we know these are the things that brings people down in their life and in their pursuit of greatness. So what are some of the ways you can handle and tackle these difficult people? Number one of all is refuse to be bullied. Refuse to be bullied. Decide that your success, your peace of mind, your energy are all worth protecting and maintaining. Make up your mind early that you will not endlessly suffer emotional baggage at the hands of toxic people. And that's true, because sometimes these people can bully your life and control you. So you don't want, make up your mind that you're not going to have that happen to you. Number two, confront them. Now, I don't like confrontation. My personality is not that type, of thing. But the reality is sometimes you may have to confront. Confrontation does not always have to be bad, okay? Because there's a quote that I got from a professional speaker. He normally says, which is good. He says, what you don't confront, you cannot change. So keep that in mind. What you refuse to confront, you will refuse to change. Now, if you're like me, again, you probably don't like it. But nonetheless, for example, confrontations with complainers and delusional people, they need to be put in check. Okay, so you got to think of standing up for what is good, what is truth, what is justice, what is right, what is peace. Stand up against oppression, because people like this can actually cause you to be and feel oppressed. Good morning, Dr. Cooper. So sometimes it takes that, or you partner with someone who has that personality, type A's generally, and they can be able to do that on your behalf, because if you don't confront the situation, it will not change. That's why many people are in bad relationships today. Sometimes they just want to confront the individual who is causing them headache and emotional, baggage and drainage and just those kind of things. So deal with it, confront it in a loving way. Of course, in a loving way. I'm for that as well. But don't just ignore it. It's not going to change. They're not going to change. So you want to make sure you deal with the situation. Okay, so number three, avoid them whenever possible. Because notice, your peace of mind, your energy is always at a certain level, and then these people come into your life, and guess what happens? You just find yourself being drained, you find yourself being discouraged, depressed, defeated, and the whole 9 yards. And so what you do is sometimes you have to limit yourself with connecting with them. So like, for example, if they're on your workplace, you can't always ignore these people. So what you got to do is you got to figure out how you can maybe avoid them. Like what I normally do sometimes is, if there's some people who are just chronically toxic, let's say for a handshake, for example, if I'm gonna go with them and you're in a crowd, what happened is I'll either put something in my hand or have one of my hand in my pocket, or hold the phone or something like that. So that way they're not giving that room space to keep connecting with you. Or if you you just figure out some smart ways. I don't want you to make people feel bad, but at the same time, sometimes you just have to do that. So instead of going by if you're at work, you're at the vending machine. That's where people normally congregate sometimes, at the vending machine, whether they're taking breaks on the job, wherever they congregate, don't congregate there. Change your routine, change your route. And so, of course, if it's a spouse, you got to be way, way more creative, because you have to, engage with your family members. But nonetheless, just limit the time that you spend with these individuals. Okay, let's go on to number 4. Don't listen to the lies and the gossips. Okay, remember, this is perhaps the fastest way to halt and spread rumors. Again, if you lend your ears to the liars and gossipers, what's going to happen? They will also lie and gossip about you. So that's one of the things to put that in check, is like, listen, you say, hey, if this is what you're telling me, would you like for us to be able to tell it to so and so? And most of the time they will not want to give you any more bad news or gossiping and rumors and stuff like that. So that's how you kind of deal with the liars and the gossipers. Tell them, listen, this thing you're telling me, will you be willing to tell it to the actual individual, or say it in front of the individual? And if you can't say it in front of the individual, I don't want to hear it. Plain, straight, and simple. That normally puts it in check right away. Good morning, Lion Mood. Let's see what Mr. Gustav is saying here. It's very difficult for me to work with type A's, but I know they're needed. Yes, John, and what you do is, for your personality, I'm saying is sometimes you need the type A to put the other folks in check. Good morning, Dr. Cooper. So what you do is, like, for example, I know on the job, one of the things is, like, again, my personality, it'll probably be hard to fire people. I know they have to be fired, but what you do is you get somebody else with that personality who can actually just say, you know what, and they can do that kind of work for you, because they're not really, motivated that way. And sometimes these things just need to be done. Of course, I step up. I'm a leader in many different ways. So there are times you have to step out of your character and just do what needs to be done. Okay, so like delusionals, I've had a chronic case of that that went on for probably over a year or so. And what happened is I had to deal with that individual, you know, and it was off and on. You know, I use all of these strategies, by the way, for the delusional, every last one of them. And so there are times you say, hey man, you know what? You keep saying this stuff, and I'm really tired of hearing it. Like, you've told me this thing so many different ways, we don't see any action. Like, so, you know, it's better you kind of leave it alone. So sometimes you just have to deal with it, okay, even if it's not your personality. So we all need the different types of personality. And lastly, if you're a person of faith, then by all means pray for them. That is one of the quick ways. Brother, sister, I'm going to pray for you. Okay? Prayer actually changes things and situations and people. We can't change people. That's really it. We can only educate them, equip them, and even empower them. But they have to do the change in themselves. And so many people feel like, you know, like they're God, like they're going to change the world and change everybody. Yes, you change the world through your input, your influence, but it is up to individual. Good morning, Mr. Whitlow. How you doing, Minister Fred? You guys to let people take charge of their own life, but prayer can make situations change, right? The Holy Spirit, God, can move upon hearts and change people and transform them. So when you can't deal with them anymore, you have to allow God, you have to allow the Spirit to do their thing in people's life. And trust me, change might happen. And if it doesn't, hey, just cut it off completely. Cut it off completely. There's some people you do have to cut out from your life entirely. Like, you can't go to the promised land with some people from Egypt. Like, you know, you got to leave Egypt behind, and you got to leave some of the people with the Egyptian mentality behind. Like, because if you bring them with you into the Canaan land, what's going to happen is they will actually keep being like Egyptians in the Canaan land. You kind of see what I'm saying, for those who understand that story. Now, so let's recap real quick. The 5 ways, 5 strategies today for dealing with the 7 toxic people in your life that can ruin your success, drain your energy. These: number 1 is refuse to be bullied. Number 2 is confront them. Number 3, avoid them when it is possible. Number 4 is don't listen to lies and gossips, put them in checks. And number 5 is pray for them. I hope that helps you and serve you today. Again, wherever you are, no matter what you're doing today, I pray that you will make a difference in your world. Do the best that you can. That's all that God asks of us. And make sure that these kind of people do not ruin your life and success today. Make a decision. Put your foot down and say you're going to check the people in your life that are not contributing to where you're trying to go. Do it in love, of course. Do it in love. But your life is just your life. And if you want to achieve greatness, you cannot allow other people to pull you down like that. Because contrary to these 7 negative people you don't want in your life, there's so many people who are positive for you. You want positive supporters, optimistic people, people who are going somewhere, people who believe in you, people who encourage you. So it's not all gloom and doom, but these are the ones that will derail you from where you're trying to go. So God bless you. Please share this video. Please let others know that it is up. And you know, if you are encouraged by it, please do so. And by all means, please, if you haven't gotten my book yet, make sure you go out and get it, Strategic Secrets. It's available in hardcover, softcover. Almost any online book retailer carries it. Amazon, Barnes & Noble, your Apple iBook store, wherever you can get it, make sure you get it. Gift it to somebody who just graduated. A lot of people are trying to find success. I tell you, this book will change their life if they implement the strategies. And lastly, make sure you like my public fan page, Strategic Secrets, at Facebook, right? Facebook.com/Strategic Secrets. By the end of this quarter, this is my private page. So this page will be only limited at the end of this quarter to families and my closest acquaintances and friends, because I need to focus on the public page. So please start getting over there. Like the page. Once you like it, turn on your notifications, so anytime you want to connect with me, hey, I'm going to be there publicly. But also, I've been getting a lot, since I'm doing these videos especially too, I'm getting a lot of friend requests. I cannot simply respond to all of them here. So what I'd like you to do is go over to the public page, Facebook.com/Strategic Secrets, and make sure you like us and follow us there. God bless you. I will see you on tomorrow for the next chapter. Take care.